Yo guys, what is up? Max in our video, and today we're talking about Hades 2. Now, I was given the privilege of diving into Hades 2 during its technical test, which is open to the public. When later on in the video, we'll talk about how to apply it yourself if you want to try this out. But I absolutely loved the first Hades, beat it, did all the heat stuff. It was fantastic. And in today's video, I just kind of want to talk about what is new in Hades 2, what's being added, and kind of talk about the game and my impressions of it so far. This is a technical test, so we're not able to play that much of the game, but I've been really enjoying what I've played so far. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get right into it. So right off the rip, if you want to get access to the Hades 2 playtest, you can go to their Steam page store and click on the request access to the playtest. You can sign up for the technical test right now. I'll leave a link in the description as well, but yeah, it's just on Steam right now. I do not believe that it is on console. Now, they're going to be doing this technical test, and then right afterwards, they said that they're going to be rolling into early access. For those of you that did not know, Hades 1 was an early access title before its full launch, so it sounds like they're going to be doing the same thing with Hades 2, so I don't think it's going to be too long before we're able to fully experience this game. So for a quick overview, in Hades 2, you play as Melanoi. She is the daughter of Hades. In the first game, you play as the son of Hades, Zagreus. In this game, you are Zagreus's sister, or Hades' daughter, the princess of the underworld. And the gameplay still takes place in the undergrounds of Greek mythology. You're interacting with Greek gods and getting abilities, learning from them. And your goal in this game is to beat the Titan Kronos, putting a stop to time, which time itself cannot be stopped. That's kind of the setup. Now, for the new things in Hades 2, there's a lot to talk about. So there's the obvious big differences, which are new gods, new NPCs, new areas, new currencies, new systems, and new gameplay mechanics. And what I want to talk about first is the new gameplay mechanics. And one of the biggest ones is that we now have a magic bar, or a mana bar. All of the weapons, you have your basic attacks. Let me turn on the volume here. So I can basic attack, which is what this looks like. The dash attack is still back. They changed it originally. In Hades 1, you would throw out this cast thing that would have a mount, and usually it would drop to the ground, and if you wanted to, you'd have to go run and pick it back up to collect it, to throw it again. They've done away with that entirely, so you don't need to go and pick it back up. You can constantly cast. And there's a new ability that's universal for all weapons, that's a root. You can place this big circle on the ground, and it'll root enemies in place. Now, all of these abilities have ways to charge them up to deal extra damage, and that is with your magic. So as you can see, that costs 20 magic. It does an absolutely massive line ability, and that is exclusive to the Witch Staff that we're using right now. I'm going to show you the Witch's Staff first, but for example, on the Y ability, or the cast, you can change it from just a little projectile to a large orb that's going to hit in an AoE. And with your big circle ability, you can hold it down, charge it up, and then it'll do actual damage and explode. And all of these you can get boons for to make them do even crazier things with the gods' abilities. But the way that magic and mana works in this game now is very cool, and there's a lot of synergies. You're going to have builds that you're able to just constantly spam your magic abilities for. For example, one of the ways that you can incentivize using your magic is the Huntress. We'll talk about these cards in a second. But for example, while you have less than 100% of magic, your attack and special deal 30% increased damage. We've also got things that'll just constantly regen your magic in the Unseen. Once again, we'll talk about those cards in a second. And then keepsakes are back. We've got rings such as this, where you're going to be restoring your magic constantly every 3 seconds, as long as you're spending magic. And there's new things, new god boons and buffs to synergize with magic, whether you're going to be getting lots of magic back, whether you're sacrificing magic to make your attacks do more damage. So that's kind of a brand new mechanic. Now, what's so cool about that is each weapon has its own unique specials with those charge ups. So if we pick up these Sister's Blades, for example, instead of a big AoE attack, because this is kind of like the Assassin Fantasy, now when we hold down our basic attack, we're going to target an enemy, and then we can dash in, and it does an AoE slash that does a bunch of damage. For the like Y ability, our cast, we can just simply cast, or if we charge up, now we get a fan of daggers, and the like circle ability stays the same. Also an ensnare, but obviously these weapons are going to be very different in the way that the god boons and the different buffs affect them. So far, the combat feels just like Hades 1 in the way that's not like a bad thing. It's fast, it's fluid, it's dynamic, and it's action-packed, and you are very much punished for getting hit and very much rewarded for trying to do encounters without ever taking any damage. The next system to talk about is this Arcana system. Now, this is kind of like a new loadout system to pick your buffs and how you're going to build your character before you're starting your runs. If you're familiar with the mirror in Hades 1, where you would get resources from your runs and then you could spend it on meta progression to increase your damage, your survivability, the amount of resources you'd have, the amount of lives that you'd get in a run, this works very similar to that, but you have a total amount that you can fit of these card buffs. So, for example, the first card that you unlock is the Sorceress. When we channel our like Omega moves, everything gets moved slower for 2 seconds, allowing us to cast those abilities. This is going to cost me 1 point. As I've been playing for a pretty long time now, I think this started at a 10 capacity. Now we've got it to 18. And each of these cards take up a different amount of capacity. As you can see, this card, Wayward Sun, every time I leave a location, I restore 2 health. That's going to cost another point. And you get to kind of mix and match these different cards for your build so you can see what you want. So, for example, I could go for restoring 2 magic every 1 second and grab the Swift Runner, but then I wouldn't be able to grab Death's Defiance, which gives me an extra life, or I could lose, like the Unseen for the magic regen, and then pick up Eternity, which does give me an extra life. Now, the interesting part here is these, like, Awoken cards. So you can see this is the Centaur card. After every 5 locations, gain +3 health, +3 magic, and then it's got an Awakening. Activate cards that use 1 through 5 uses awakens this card. So basically, if I grab a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, this card now activates, and now every 5 locations I get +3 max health, +3 max magic, which is really nice. And then I could still actually fit in those 2. So wow, that actually works perfectly. The only thing I'm missing is this 1 card for extra health moving. But this is kind of the new like loadout system and new progression. My big question here is, you know, I've basically just started playing this game and it seems like I'm already finished with this system. So hopefully, I'm assuming you get more cards, or you could build new decks or ways to empower these cards or swap cards in and out. Because right now, you know, I'm kind of done with this system already, but I'm assuming that there's going to be way more meta progression with this where you could get totally new decks or so on and so forth. So now let's do a little run. I just kind of want to show you guys some gameplay and talk about it live. We got Hephaestus as our starting god. We can either go for a Volcanic Strike, which lets our attacks do a damage in a big AoE, 12-second recharge, not too great. Our Anvil Ring gives us cast 50 damage every 1 second. That seems really nice. And we've got Fixed Gain, where we take 10% less damage, but we restore some of our magic whenever we take damage. I think we're definitely going to go for the Anvil Ring. That looks like that. Very cool. Let's put that down on those guys. Very clean. So that green jar that we just went over is kind of what you need to increase your total capacity for those Arcana mods. Try not to kill these enemies as quick. So these guys will chase after you shrieking, but you can like put down your stun, right? It's a smaller area because I just made it a smaller area, but you can put that down and then they can't chase after you. You can also stun them after it, out of it. That like breath attack that they're doing. We just got Zeus. Let's put down our anvil on these guys. Very nice. By the way, using the like small versions of these abilities, like the tap attack, doesn't cost us any mana. It's only the like hold down attacks that are costing mana. We got Zeus. Your sprint causes nearby foes to be struck by lightning. We can gradually restore our magic, but our magic total is reduced by 70%, or Divine Vengeance. After you take damage, your foe is struck by lightning. We got to go for the Thunder Sprint. That is awesome. So this material, I don't know what it's called. This is what you use to buy the Arcana cards with, and this is what you use to upgrade your capacity. We've kind of gotten the max resource on both of these for the tech test. So maybe we just go this way. Doesn't really matter. Let's put these down, and then we could sprint. These guys are rooted, so they can't really do anything. Put this down, sprint around. He still got a hit on me. Nice. Acceptable. Cool. So this is a new door symbol. This is going to increase your total magic, is what it's been doing. So it'll typically give us another 30% magic. So if we were spamming our magic abilities, that would be a very, very nice for us. Little environment kill there with the tree. The trees, you can smack them towards enemies, and then it'll like explode outward on the enemy, which is very, very cool. By the way, obviously tons of new enemy types and creatures to figure out and how to exploit them. All new enemies. I don't think I've really encountered many of the same enemies. So we've got Aphrodite, who could be really nice for us. But let's go for Hephaestus because he's more new and lots of cool blast attacks. He's currently who's giving us that anvil attack. We are just going to sprint around this boss. Who's got a little companion. Our magic is back up. Should be able, now that their armor's broken, just to stagger lock them, kill them. Nice. And if you're wondering how I'm regenerating so much magic, I actually picked up a keepsake that gives me more magic regen off the rip. So our attacks occasionally create a blast that deals 200 damage in an area, 10-second recharge. Whenever we enter a location, we basically are going to lose 30 magic to gain armor. And at the start of each encounter, you are briefly impervious, where we can't take damage. Well, let's go for the blast attack. That seems fun. I should probably take the armor, but oh well. These nectars are still in the game. These are what you give to the gods to earn their special rings, which you can start to like make some cool builds with. Let's put that down, start dashing around. And here, we'll do this big line attack. It's just so ridiculous. It's so strong. I'm not using it right now on our build because we don't really need it, but let's go get some money. Oh, wow. That was a big hit. Definitely messed up there. We are throwing for content. 7 HP in a dream. Put that down. They'll walk into that and take all the damage. Boom.
Mistakes were made.
7 HP in a dream. Oh, okay. So this is a new NPC, the like holding hands icon, who is Arachne. It's bad that I know like all of my god knowledge from Smite. I used to play a lot of Smite.
You're hurt, my friend.
So this is Arachne, who adds a new mechanic that gives us armor. But for the armor that you're wearing, you will get like a different buff. So this will give us an outfit that while we're wearing it, while we have that armor, which the armor can be taken away, we're going to restore 5 magic every 1 second. Emerald dress, we don an outfit that makes us restore 2 health whenever you exit a location, and an outfit that makes our cast deal 100% increased damage. Let's get the armor that gives us health restore. That seems pretty nice. We're currently not restoring any health.
is your
So let's go grab, I guess, this thing
You truly
for
do
more
look great.
capacity. Charge that up for a big blast. Put that down so that they can't come over to us. Gotta be careful, all those projectiles. By the way, the gods that you, like, know and love, for example, like Zeus, Aphrodite, they do have similar boons, but they also have lots of brand new ones. More new ones than old ones returning so far from what I've seen. So we could go get a pomegranate to upgrade one of our abilities, but let's go get the moon god so we can show you guys that. Dash around. We gotta be a little bit scared of these guys. Nice. Cool.
I draw you down.
New
O
god.
Lend me your light.
I regret our meetings are in haste.
So Selene is the moon god. She looks freaking awesome. And her mechanics are things of the moon. So after I spend a certain amount of mana or magic, I'll get certain buffs. So this, your hex makes you rise up, then crash down in the target area for 200 damage. After I spend 80 magic, I'll get a thing that I can do a wolf howl. This is going to give us health restore, and this allows us to morph susceptible foes so that they take more damage. Or sorry, that they like can't fight back. I've never seen the wolf owl. We should be responsible and go for the health, but let's go for the wolf owl because that seems cool. Maybe we'll find health somewhere else. Oh, we got a shop. Let's go to the shop. We don't even need more magic.
I see something of use.
We didn't get any more health things. We did get an afro though.
Here's the gold. Your bow in there is such an ugly.
I'm gonna get demonetized for that. Very good. So we could get a thing that makes our attacks deal 120% more damage to close-up enemies, 60% more life. Let's see. We could check our boon info. What would we be replacing? We'd be replacing the 200% damage or 200 damage on our attack for the close 120. I think we got to go for that. Let's buy more magic as well, so we could just spam it.
I didn't.
I'm, by the way, skipping dialogue and stuff just for no spoilers.
She waits.
This is going to be a boss fight, so if you don't want to see it, you can click off the video now. I hope you enjoyed it. We are just going to show off this boss fight real quick. This is the first boss fight, and it's where the tech demo ends.
My injury.
And let's do it against a new god. We don't have a lot of health. By the way, real quick, if you haven't clicked out the video yet, you don't want to kill this boss more than 5 times, because if you kill it more than 5 times, you get kicked out of the tech demo, or the tech test. Actual thing, just FYI. Basically, once you kill this god 5 times, it'll tell you as well. It'll be like, hey, you've done 4 out of your 5 kills. I think that's just so people don't, like, overplay this. We're doing real good damage, though. Only gotten hit once. Oh. Shouldn't have gotten poked by that. We still got some armor and some life. Okay, she broke our armor. We're gonna be more careful now. Oh, she got us with her curse. That is not good for our survivability. Nope, nope, nope. We are sheep. Hide behind this. Cool. All right, we're gaming now. We gotta get rid of these projectile ladies. Okay, they're all dead. Boss time. Put in some big damage with the lightning. We got our wolf howl. By the way, I am gonna throw to this boss just like at the very end because I don't want to kill her. But let's see what this wolf howl looks like. Please don't die. Okay, that was pretty cool looking. Do some more lightning. We can do another wolf howl. But yeah, that's gonna be it for our video. We could do one more wolf howl because it looked really cool. Hopefully she doesn't die to it. Oh, what a juke. She's just better. Just better. Where's she at? Okay, now we should die. Let's die. But yeah, this game is fantastic. If you like the first one, I think you're gonna really like the second one. It plays very similarly with that like fast, frantic action that feels really, really good. But there's enough new stuff to like get excited about the game again. You know what I mean? Like, they're not reinventing the wheel, but there's enough new things here to grind out the game all over again, get all the new weapons, the new keepsakes, try the new duo boon combinations, and push that heat level, which I'm assuming is still going to be a thing. Obviously, we don't know that far deep into, like, endgame stuff, but I've been having an absolute blast with this game. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.